Let me know if you're like, no, dude, we really want you back in For Loki, or at least doing like as high a tier war as you possibly can fit in your schedule. Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, this really should be my final war in For Loki, at least for the next 8 weeks. Anyway, we are going up against SSX1. As you know, so many amazing players there, so many friends between For Loki and SSX1, the perennial Masters Alliance. So this is going to be a great war. I am going to show 3 fights of SSX players in BG1 going up against my defenders, pretty beefy defenders. I think we might get some action in on this, and then my 2 fights, and then of course the season recap, and then I'll probably do something just kind of explaining why I'm leaving For Loki now as opposed to at the end of the season. Timestamps in the description if you want to jump around. Let's go ahead and jump into this. So here's Cesar going up against my Terrax. It's a pretty high sig Terrax, as you can see by how many bars of power he has when he's starting the fight. This is a strike counter lane, so you can see he's starting off with the advanced power boost there, making really nice use of it. You can see he does something at the end of this fight I think was really cool, and I'm wondering how much that could have been played in during the fight, the earlier portion. But if you look at this, he's at 100% health. There's nothing to worry about. He's in complete control. You know, he's getting his bar of power when he pushes Terrax above a bar of power. And he seems very content to use the SP1, the advanced power boost. I would think what the main thought was here was, let's not let the node become a problem. So we're going to play into the node itself. I know that's pretty good and common advice here. But then watch what happens here. I think this is really interesting. He's going to end up gaining 2 bars of power because of the way the node works of being pushed above a bar of power. So here we go. Here's going to come the first node, one, and then the second one. He's already reached a third one just because Terrax is losing power because he triggered the rock field, and then Cesar is pushing him back above it. I wonder if there's some way to maybe speed up the fight or something cool there. But if you end the fight with 94% health, you probably did it right. So here we go. And now Campo. Campo already has a video out on this. You've heard me say it a million times. Check out his channel, get better at this game. You can see all his fights here. He's going Spider-Man 99, Miguel. This is a really tough fight. I've taken this fight quite a few times. You've seen it on my channel. I prefer, if the planning is available, to take it with the White Magneto guidance pre-fight. Getting that passive stun is really helpful, especially if like Domino goes lucky or something like that. But you're gonna see Campo handles this like an absolute champ. So he starts off with you know, dexing, but because Spider-Man does not gain the dex buff, he is pausing his wither debuff, right? So that's a really big deal for me. And Campo's going at this fight a little bit differently than I would. I think a lot of that is because he's just taking what Domino's offering him. If she's not willing to stand there and hold her block and play defensive, then he really can't just force her to do that. And so he can't just hit into her block and gather his ruptures there. Go and watch his video. He goes over this fight too. But you're gonna see me, I end up taking the exact same node with Peni Parker, and I'm gonna go about it very differently, but they're also very different defenders. So I think Campo is doing an excellent job of not letting Domino do Domino things, right? Meaning just out of nowhere, there's crit failures. All of a sudden your block feels like it's not working. She smacks you upside the head. And she was doing this before the input issues and destroying you. So he's done a great job here. He's moved his way back to 2 bars of power. So he's gonna be able to get up a fresh wither. He also did a great job of not attacking into her when she was lucky. That increases her evade chance. And even if Lucky goes away while she's stunned, if it's there at the beginning of the parry stun, she's gonna shrug it faster. You do not want to attack her if she's lucky, even into the stun. So great job, Campo. No surprise to see you solo. Okay, and then we're gonna jump into this fight here. Tafre. Tafre is an amazing player. This is a rank 4 Sig 200 Knull. And you're gonna see it's gonna go a little sideways. Even a player as great as Tafre, it's gonna go a little sideways for him. It's just gonna show off how great Knull is, and also how great Tafre is at staying calm. So you're gonna see though, something's gonna happen here. This is a Sig 200 Knull. He should be putting on quite a few Living Abyss debuffs onto Doom. Now, they will never ever trigger to armor breaks because Doom is armor break immune, but watch, Doom is going to purify them. I see that he's got the Mole Man synergy, but that's only like a 20% chance to purify. It says a debuff. So watch this though. If anyone knows exactly what's happening here, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear the theories. But you can see he just purifies them. I really don't know what's going on there. But anyways, great matchup. Looks like he started with the advanced power boost. He's got the power back boost. Those are going to be extremely helpful to him at some point in this fight. And so there you go. There you go. You're going to see here, pretty soon we're going to see the mistake here. Knull is tough. There it is, right there. And now he's corrupted. So he has those reverse controls as well, right? That's an additional thing that makes Knull difficult as a defender. Now, if he had been able to, he could have thrown a special while it was happening, and then he would not have been corrupted, but easier said than done. So here we go. So he's got the reverse controls, and I think that's what he was probably just waiting out right there. Maybe even like getting oriented on just trying to figure out exactly how he's going to take this down, knowing that he can. You can see he kind of plays through the unstoppable and the unblockable that happens when Knull goes into corruption, uses those power back boosts, and just zergs down Knull there. Really well done, Tafre. That looks like a tough fight, and that's one where, like, you know, we just saw in me in the last war, where like stuff didn't go the way I thought it was going to go, and I'll admit it, I just made a mistake. I just messed up one out of the fight. Really cool video. If you haven't checked it out, check out the last one. It's called like Bringing in Experts or something like that. I had 2 deaths. And some extremely good players came in and analyzed and commented on the fights, and then gave commentary and helping you make sure you don't make those same mistakes. So here we go. This war was incredibly close, incredibly tight. This is a rank 4 Peni Parker. B McG, I think he did the assignments this one, knew it was going to be my last war in 4 Loki, and they assigned me Spider-Man 99, Miguel, and Nimrod, right? I mean, that just feels like classic for me. When I think of my time in 4 Loki, those are 2 of the main champions, I think. So here we go. We've got Spite, Rise to Power. Spider-Man 99 is basically going to turn that all off as long as I have up my Wither. So the goal here is going to be to hit into her block as much as possible. It's serving 2 purposes. One, it's going to be landing ruptures, and you're going to see how much damage those do. It's also going to serve the purpose of knocking down her sync shield, which is something you want to do with Peni Parker anyway. I get a very nice AI here, but I feel like this is something you can replicate. This is something you can do. I spent a lot of time fighting Peni Parker with Spider-Man 99 on a variety of nodes in war over the last 3 seasons. And you see, like, this is working beautifully. Miguel doesn't hit the hardest, so it is taking a while to get down that sync shield, but we are doing it. And more importantly, look at the ruptures. We're getting up to 20, and we're going to slow it down here so you can really get a sense of how much damage they do. Remember, this is a rank 4 Peni Parker. This is a rank 4 Peni Parker, and here we go. She's at 82%, crossover all the way down to 60%. That is a lot. That is a lot considering we have not landed a single hit. I love my Miguel. I do think his greatness is intensified, let's say, by war. He's still very usable outside of it, of course. But using him in war, as much as I did get a little bored of it, of using him every war for the same fights over and over, he is so good for them and just makes a very, very difficult fight like that. 13 hits. He's awesome. And then coming in here for this fast one, yeah, it's going to have an aspect of evolution, which is always difficult. Kinetic transference. So because of that, with Nimrod, what I wanted to do was stay in my Titan protocol as long as I possibly could, or until I knew I could get into Eradicate. That way the power drain would happen after she threw a special. We're bleed immune. Ability accuracy cannot be reduced by mutants. So, I mean, this is ideal Nimrod territory here. Like, the only way she get better is if she had a prowess and some sort of like elongated heal, right? That would allow us to charge up even more. But here we go. And like I said, I wanted to, I wanted to charge up my phone apparently. Anyways, we'll get through this. So there we go. We got the power drain on. And now we are going to throw the SP1. My Nimrod is Sig 100. So we've got the Energize. Sorry, I can't remember the name of the buff. And you're going to see how quickly we're going to get back to our SP2. We've got 10 of the charges. I can't remember, protocol charges, I think they're called. And we're going to go in and pretty much finish her off. I love Nimrod in general. I pulled him early, and even before I really knew what I was doing, I was like, I can tell he's great. That's one of my tests. Doesn't mean for sure that a champion's gonna be great. It's not the only way to know a champion's gonna be great, but if I pull them and I don't even have a full idea of what I'm doing and I can tell, whew, and he has fit that to a T. He's just gotten better and better and better as so many people have learned how to use him, and we've gone through, I think I have like 4 videos out on him. So that was great, and I wanna show you, this was the score. As soon as I finished that fight, They were up obviously on attacker kills. We're up 1 on defender kills. Incredibly tight war. That's how good SSX is, how great 4Loki's been playing lately. I don't have the MVP screenshot. I don't know what happened. I didn't take one, I guess. But we clutched it out. We won this with only 2 deaths. SSX had 5. And I believe at least 2 were due to input errors, potentially a 3rd one, if I remember correctly. We had beat them handily on the time duration of fight, so we would have won anyway. But you know, I like to bring up things. Let's make it clear. So just congratulations, thank you. It's amazing playing with you all. CIPW, Karate, Mike, Bryn, Lizer, B, McG. I mean, names you know, right? Legacy, Steve, like PWF. So many amazing players. So many play Clown. I'm sure I'll stop there so I don't forget people, but so many more. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the season stats. 4Loki 4-2. Hey, that's all that matters to me. I'm pumped up on that. It's a great record. 18 kills, 2 deaths. Like I referenced earlier, I did have those 2 deaths in the previous war video. I didn't make a video for 5. I only had 1 fight. It was Falcon. It went well. And then 12 total champions. That's a lot for only 6 wars. That's a lot of champions. That is way beyond any pace I've ever set before. I think the most I've ever had is 15. But I'm not positive on that. I think between 11 and 14, 15, it's usually where it is. I did bring in a couple others for pre-fights and synergies, but 12. I thought it was going to be a big Omega Sentinel year, season, but really no one dominated. CGR had a couple fights, Mr. Negative, Omega Sentinel, I-Bomb. It was fun to use the breadth of my roster, and it was cool to bring in, like, for me again, like classic Vega and 4Loki champions. Spider-Man 99 and Nimrod, and honestly, now that I think about it, using CGR really fits that theme too. And then as regard to, I don't want to make a separate video on it because I already made videos on why I was leaving 4Loki and all of that, and all of those reasons are exactly the same. Nothing in that regard has changed. In fact, the reason I went back for this season, because I had left, was an amazing player. He's an amazing player and a great guy, great alliance mate too. He needed to step away. And he kind of quickly, abruptly, they being leadership before Loki knew that I was like having not necessarily second thoughts, but I was like, maybe I could do season 34, even though I have this vacation coming up. And they're like, hey, do you want the spot? It's like, yeah, of course. Like, I want to come in, play alongside my friends, have a great time. And it's been definitely that. However, my vacation has grown in length significantly. And I'm aware of how much real life work I've got to get done before I leave on it. Those things are adding up. I also found out that player that left was considering or interested in coming back. So I contacted him and I was like, look, if you're interested in coming back, which he said he was, I was like, I could bounce. I could leave and probably be doing me a favor and getting my work done and things like that. So it just made that transition. And so I can feel good about it. I came in, I helped. I think it was Faith. He was like, thanks for holding down the fort. And that was a lot of fun. I had a blast. We've got some really cool videos out here. And then for me, yeah, I'm going to be on this vacation. So you're not going to see videos daily or even, I don't know. I don't know what pace I'll keep up, but I know I fully intend to keep up a pace. I've already got some other videos planned and ready to go. And I will stay in contact, of course. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter or join my Discord. I'll be checking in on all of those, putting up a lot of photos on Discord, on Instagram and maybe Discord, just having fun, things like that. And then when I come back, a lot of what I'm going to be doing in game is kind of preparing for when I come back. I want to do a lot of deeper dives on some champions and things like that. And I believe that's what I'll get videos out on. And then when I come back, I honestly don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. A large part of me wants to just go right back to 4Loki. It's where so many of my friends are. I have a blast there. They've, told me like the second you want to come back, let us know. Of course, when there's a spot, they don't kick people for things like that. I would get back in. And then of course I have some other alliances, SSX being one that I'd be very interested in playing out, lots of friends. But I have also, will say, I've been without a war alliance here for a week, and I'm noticing how much I'm getting done as far as the YouTube side, my real life job, which is obviously incredibly important to me, preparing for this trip, being able to actually hang out on my Discord server, which has been really fun. So I don't know. In fact, if you have an opinion on that, if you've made it this far, I assume you enjoy my work. If you've made it this far, let me know. Let me know if you're like, no, dude, we really want you back in 4Loki, or at least doing like as high a tier war as you possibly can fit in your schedule. Let me know, because a big part of having the channel is putting out videos that I know you actually want to see. and that would be really helpful to me, because the game and my channel really have just become one for me. One thing that's providing a tremendous amount of enjoyment. Thank you everyone in For Loki. I've had a great season. I'm really looking forward to catching the rest of these war videos that you all are putting out, cheering you along. I have a feeling good things will be happening. And I hope you, the viewer, I hope you've had a great season. Stick with me through this summer. Let's get in contact on Discord, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, I'll be putting out videos too. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.